He accused Sam somewhere, he did away with a bunch of jobs.
Oh, he was the one that thought of that idea of how to get rid of some.
About 4 or 5 jobs.
Chipper.
And I said, I knew about that, I knew how to do that, I said, I knew that.
Everybody calls you Chipper.
When I
I gotta
walked
call
over,
you.
but I wasn't gonna say how to get rid
Gotta
of
call
4
you
or 5
Chip.
my brothers and sisters.
They logged me out.
And then when he come, he finally went out to that film site, come to the news site.
No, just,
He
I
was
got
back with
wind
Raw
from
Saturday, and I mean, they picked on him like, but he was in, I was in the
Go see if you can.
credit union, and he was bragging about it one time. So one day was the lunchtime.
Yeah.
He come out with dog, and I told him where my job was. He come out, and I said, go down the hallway, then it was my break time. I went out to the back patio.
I mean, face to face them more.
Here they come along.
That way far enough that I
Car
can.
and leave.
2 days.
Windsor.
Well, I went back in, I think it was 10 walks, not 10 walks. 10 miles. I think it was 10. One
Flat
of
to
them.
head. Stuck on the old
He goes, Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked out here, went down that way, my
It's got a
break
big
time, I
red
went,
spot in
he
the middle.
come along to finish. Lunchtime's over, I said, I know, and he goes, he might as well just consider himself fired.
You want this shirt?
Well, I've been to Juneau.
Juneau.
I can get one. Stuff on the hill.
I'm fine.
True.
Lois, can you see over there? I moved the TV around a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, I'm good.
But that could be.
Now I'm waiting for IT to log back in.
See, they're gonna play
All right.
chips.
Welcome, Martin.
Welcome. Well, looks like we got a quorum in here.
Here comes Ed.
Should have everyone.
Yeah, we today.
Is that where you were?
I got 6 yeses and, I don't know.
Well, I've been there. I've
You
been
have a good trip?
I've been to Alaska 3
Yeah.
times.
Fine.
No.
I'm ready to go take another nap, I've been tired from this week.
Got number 4 married off.
Yeah.
So you're getting them out of there slowly but surely, huh, Ed?
I got up every morning since Friday, what, 4 o'clock?
Another island that just started, stop at where?
I had to get ready to go to Indy for convention, come back home, but Saturday morning I had to get up and go down for training. Me and a friend coming back, and Sunday morning Heathrow, we left, I got up at 4 in the morning, left at 5:30. Got down there, this morning, I got up, well, better run my yard, it's gonna rain tomorrow, and I'm busy, ready for this weekend.
Saturday.
I gotta get paperwork, busy this weekend.
We were there when my wife was
Again.
there. I thought it was
2
July
days.
It
14th.
says it's all
I gotta
connected.
get that paper and
They give her a
DVD,
free
and I
cell.
got in it, I would send out.
That's not the part I worried about, it's the part that,
Calendar.
there we go.
About 10 years.
Well, when it's over with, they're all.
Wheels are locked. So I could probably lock that one and slide it back and scoosh more.
As long as they can see it, that's all I get.
Well,
Getting up.
If someone's on,
First time.
This weekend, I'm getting up, I'm that early, I'll probably get up about 5:30.
Okay.
Try to do some meetings, stay all night.
Yeah, that's what I mean, they're all up.
Sunday.
Oh, I've been on Norwegian this time. I like Norwegian, but
She says, you gonna be home for church Sunday? I said,
They were
no.
there.
First of all,
It'll go back more.
I'll get up Sunday morning, go to my 8 o'clock meeting, we'll be done about 10, about 9:30.
There's 3 dots at the top.
yeah,
Already
Can
have.
they see me on there?
we did
I'll have
2.
everything.
That's what we're trying to make
Oh,
sure.
I was gonna say, where am I? Okay, there I
But
am.
if you talk, the owl will turn to you. This is the owl here in the middle,
No hotel, we went.
It's right there.
that little cone thing.
Homer.
Little
So it's got a,
hour,
it's got a
whatever you
camera
wanna
that.
call it,
Okay,
it lingers.
Okay.
Although if you watch a few meetings, it like, you'll sit there just on me and Brenda and never move the whole time.
I know something I watched on the WebEx thing.
Gate where they're.
Are you good, sir?
Where's that? He said, is that a rented car? I said, yeah, he said, I do. I'm telling you,
Real nice.
it got hairy. We didn't see anybody.
It's just.
Close.
Yes.
I told you you better behave yourself and they get you moved away.
Was it
Well,
Saturday?
She's all by herself, Ron.
Yeah.
We all gathered back.
I gotta watch this chair, remember
Yeah.
Rex pushed this chair, remember like
It just as
about
long as they
fell.
can see it.
He was standing there looking at me.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Is that Jared?
And he said, I'm leaving, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Coming this way at all, isn't it?
Well, here you come back.
No, I am.
So suppose Bill's gonna complain about the weather.
You don't you don't have to mess with it out.
How you doing?
It's just
Good.
3 dots on the main screen.
I've already had the weather.
These mean, these three?
Up.
Those three.
On the screen.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow too.
On the actual video screen.
I didn't get my
Yeah.
yard this week.
This one right here.
Right there.
I was gonna try to get it tomorrow, since it's not looking like it.
I didn't bail it.
Yeah, we'll bail it come Friday.
They don't have to.
I got that.
I've got 12 employees.
That's what I
He
did.
does a good job, don't let him push mow. I was that age when I was doing it for my grandfathers, and you're right, nothing wrong with that.
I was mowing cemeteries for money, I think.
Yeah, he does, yeah, I give him $5 every time.
The push mower.
Yeah, that's what we have, that's all we have, push mower.
No,
Yeah.
a real push mower.
Oh, one of the barrels.
Yeah.
We had one of those too, I had a barrel roller I bought at Lowe's, and you had to keep sharpening the blades. They're kinda nice though, you know.
Back up. They weren't what I had.
Those barrel rollers were, they've got them now where you barely push them, that thing
Oh, hi, Kylie.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Very quiet.
No, you talk, Ryan, see if it comes to you.
Hello?
Sorry. Yeah, I heard.
That's fine, it don't need to come
I
on.
heard.
Somebody's going there.
We got plenty of camera time already.
It's got me and Ron picked up, doesn't
I'm
it?
just trying to see if they'll this way. Is it not rotating anymore? I didn't touch it.
Chip.
I
You
didn't
got it
change
fixed
it.
yet?
Huh?
Am I on?
Ain't
It's
better.
moving.
There we go.
Okay.
If I'm not on, I'm going home.
It was working, while we were out there the last meeting, it was working fine.
Thursday.
And we had the table set up across the front, and people were walking back and forth. And right before the meeting started, someone unplugged it or something. And that whole meeting was off the laptop camera.
Oh,
With
man.
the out, everything out there.
I tell you, I can't plug nothing.
And I
Usually
couldn't
they
see the
hook me up
TV, so I
something.
didn't realize it until I saw the
When they
recording.
found this, you know, like good or bad, but
So,
otherwise.
you have a nice winter?
Or that electric
Good,
curve,
very good.
check your
Yeah,
heart.
2 days. was really
That's
bad.
good, you
In the 30s.
didn't find nothing wrong.
That's cold.
Didn't they ask you, how you,
But it got
you
cold.
feeling
But
tired,
it
you
got
know this?
60s.
I got this, you already had. I don't know.
You can take it.
I feel good if I'm gonna be feeling,
Too bad.
I don't know what's good then, you should tell me.
Right.
My age, I think I'm feeling good.
I go back to the
I turned the
hospital
furnace
tomorrow.
on.
Yeah, no one on there.
They do that, listen.
Yep.
CT kit,
Yeah,
with fluid,
and,
and you go dribble your drawers
I
tomorrow.
couldn't get out of bed.
and they're gonna check to see if that
True.
aneurysm is going down.
Jared.
Well, we don't know if Jared's.
But it's been a year since I
May,
got
a
it.
message.
through.
Yeah, when I first took it, I said, it's gonna get warm and you're not gonna like it.
Found
When he
out
says,
that sepsis.
now, when he hit that button,
And they
I
said,
felt
Did the
it
meeting
warm
get
like
changed to
this
here?
coming up.
got rheumatoid.
I was sitting there, I'm
Does
like,
the meeting get changed to here?
This is
We were out for
he come over smiling, I said,
It was just.
well, they make you pull your pants down to your knees.
Well, the paperwork I got had me going out there, so I still went out there today.
Yeah, it's time for me to get done.
It's been 2 years since the surgery.
But I think
Yeah, it was at
I'm
3:30, I get a little calls during the day.
Tell them they'll schedule
You guys
for
close at
June.
like 4:30, right?
That way next year.
I only had like 30
you
minutes to
don't
go
have
back,
to
so.
hold them up in July, because then I'll be 65. I'll have better insurance.
And they, he said, I'm going on vacation in the last month. Do you want your operation?
I know, I've been involved in the whole process, and I'm aware.
Well, all they did here.
It ain't bad, Obamacare,
Right.
but it's just
And they
deductibles and certain things. I
11
better wish I got
bags of
this.
saline solution through there. I didn't have that here.
They still, they're still doing the infusion. I had that one day and I had
I
another
came
one.
and ran 6 more bags.
How long they gonna do that?
Do the
Trying to get all the
projector.
infection.
I asked the doctor that.
Yeah, that's
He
weird.
said probably 3 minutes.
All your life?
To do everything.
And it never got blood sugar. So that stayed right.
3 hours of sitting in a chair, put an IV.
Blessed.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was got so bad.
I tell you, I had to get me a little iPad, music, earplugs and take a nap.
If I had a sheet.
Well, they give you
sheet
Benadryl They shift. Drowsy. Normally I do go to sleep.
It was bad, but I have seen great come out with you guys. Honestly, I can say it, but I don't remember.
That's okay. I actually haven't done it before.
I drove by there.
How do you guys
They
require
had
it to
two
be done?
full masters saying
Twice a day, once in the morning and in the evening.
And they've already came and got
We
her.
have a visiting nurse.
There was three
Yeah.
already. And Chris said they didn't have to call the nurse, they showed up, waited, grabbed the doctor, and left.
It took an hour and a half.
They've been on it.
Go back again, another.
Red.
So it looks like they got.
I can take this a little over 3 hours.
Plus all of them.
Yeah, they come with, like my.
So today is the
With them up.
45th
Yeah.
one I had.
It's gonna be our quickest one so far right now.
He said you had to do it right after, you know.
Trish said her crew's ready to show up.
Twice a week.
I have to go every
Are you
3.
gonna try that tonight at 8?
That's what I spent.
2 times in that. Make sure I have a Robin.
Yeah.
I fixed all those.
It's hard to plan anything.
How can you go on vacation? How can you do it all? Because,
Quality of life is going for me.
you know,
Not on
Go shortly.
like I do right now. I wait till I have a whole weekend and I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, my garage still has some open area in it.
I have season tickets.
Heard anything? Ordinance of the city?
No,
No.
I think today they.
Okay, about 6 o'clock. Good evening and welcome to the Grant County Board of Zoning Appeals meeting for May the 2nd, 2022. If you would, all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Brenda, would you give us a roll call for attendance?
Howell,
Yes.
Florence, Johnson,
Here.
Jones. Here. Long,
Here.
Maynard,
Here.
Hartman.
Here. Have you heard anything from Jared Florence?
So I'm writing down right now. We've left messages, no phone calls.
Okay,
So since he's been brought on, he's made 1 area plan commission meeting and 0 BZA.
okay. All right, I just wondered if you'd heard anything.
I'll get something to Shane,
Okay,
things they're appointing.
yeah. I sent him some training materials, but he hasn't really taken up any discussion
Right.
at this point, so. All right, very good. Okay, Mr. Malott, will you read the minutes from April 4th?
All right, minutes of the Grant County Area Board of Zoning Appeals, April 4, 2022. Public hearing of the Grant County Board of Zoning Appeals was held on Monday, April 4, 2022 at 6 p.m. at the Grant County Fairgrounds at 1403 Indiana 18, Marion, Indiana. The following members were present: Ed Hartman, Chip Long, Ron Howell, Rex Maynard, and Lois Jones. Bill Johnson was present via WebEx. Staff present: Ryan Malott, Executive Director; Kyle Persinger, Attorney for Area Plan; Brenda Harrison, Executive Administrative Assistant; Aaron Ellsworth, Building Inspector; Nicole Bailey, Code Enforcement Officer; Grace Simpson and Sandy Wilson, Permit Clerks. 1, Ed brought the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. 2, roll call. 3, approval of minutes. 3.2, Mr. Hartman asked Ryan Malott to read the minutes for March 7, 2022. The minutes from March 7th, 2022 were approved as submitted. Motion made by Rex Maynard and Lois Jones seconded. Members Chip Long, Rex Maynard, Lois Jones, Ron Howe, and Bill Johnson voted yes. Motion carried. 4, finding of facts, there were none. 5, public hearings. 5.1, docket 04 BZA V-22, public hearing for Jeff and Brenda McVicker, address 1240 East 54th Street, Marion, Indiana, zoning district residential 1. Legal description being lot 3 of Midway subdivision and located in the northeast quarter of section 29 in Mill Township. The request to allow an accessory building addition to be 0 foot from the south property line instead of the required 5-foot setback. Mr. McVicker represented the petition and answered questions from the board. There is a letter on file from neighbor Ray Tays stating he is okay with Mr. McVicker building close to the property line. There were no objectors. The public hearing was closed. Motion, Bill Johnson moved to approve docket 04 BZA V-22 as presented. Rex Maynard seconded. Members Chip Long, Rex Maynard, Lois Jones, Ron Howe, and Bill Johnson voted yes. Motion carried. 6, other business. Ed Hartman suggested that a 3-person committee be formed to move the processing of the rules of procedure along. Motion, Lois Jones moved to approve a 3-person committee. Rex Maynard seconded. Members Chip Long, Rex Maynard, Lois Jones, Ron Howe, and Bill Johnson voted yes. Motion carried. The committee will be Ed Hartman, Lois Jones, and Rex Maynard. 7, open public forum. There was no one from the public that wanted to speak. 8, adjournment. Rex Maynard moved to adjourn the meeting. Ron Howe seconded. All members present voted aye. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 6:27 p.m.
Thank you. I need to check my notes here before I proceed. Please at this time silence any cell phones. Normally I make that first on the list, but skipped past it for some reason.
Are you slapping my hand?
No, I mean, you know, sometimes I'm doing it myself, and, you know, this time it was you. Okay, no big deal. But moving forward. Okay, we also have, from last time, findings of fact to approve. Jeff and Brenda Vicker, 1240 East 54th Street, Marion, Indiana. And do we have a motion to approve these as written?
Chairman Hartman?
Yes,
Forgot to take a motion for the minutes.
Minutes.
minutes, I'm sorry. Okay, way late there on the cell phone. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion, we approve the minutes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second
Would you give us a roll call, Brenda?
Howe,
it. Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Jones. Yes. Long,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yes.
Motion passed. Okay, back to the findings of fact. I assume you've all reviewed them. Do we have a motion to approve the findings from the last meeting?
I'll make a motion that we move this.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Lois and Chip. Okay, Brenda, would you give us a roll call?
Howe,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yeah.
Motion passed. Okay, and for public hearings on new business, we have docket 01 SP-22, Priscilla Houston, 613 Fairmount Avenue, Fairmount, Indiana. Would you step to the podium, please?
Hello.
Yes, would you record on the tablet up there your name and address
Sure
of the
can.
speaker at this meeting?
Okay, would you briefly describe the application that you've submitted for an additional building?
Yes, I've submitted an application for a 12 by 20 storage shed building to be put on my property to include my tax business. That's pretty much it. It'll set flush with the front of the garage of my home. I'm gonna widen my driveway and add some extra footage to the end of it to make sure there's ample parking and turnaround, so there will be nobody backing out onto my road, which is not heavily traveled road, but nonetheless. My business is already established, but I've been working with a partner for the last several years, and she's since retired this year unexpectedly. Finding a building to rent you from January to April every year in the same building is quite difficult. So having it at my home seems to be the best solution for myself.
Okay, and you say it is 12 by 20, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The application, I saw it two different ways. One was 10 by 20 and one's 12 by 20.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
what-
12 by 20. I'll jot that down.
Yeah, we're extending your driveway.
And let's see, you wish to have a sign, I believe?
I will probably put some kind of advert sign up eventually, but it will be quite small. More real estate sign size as opposed to, blocking the view of any kind of traffic of any kind.
With the home business that you've applied for, the sign is stated as 3 foot by 2 foot in the ordinance, I believe, so just bear that in mind when you make.
3 by 2,
Yeah, 3 by 2.
okay.
Let's see. Does the board have any questions?
I do have a couple questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a picture of what kind of a storage building is gonna be looking good for your business?
Yes, sir. I'm actually purchasing it from a location in Daleville. It's gonna be an all-metal building with the main color of the actual building will match my house as closely as possible with a black metal roof as well. I plan on putting little flower things out front and really making it blend in as more of an establishment than a storage shed. But it's, I believe they have a location here in Marion that sells something similar. They have wood and metal buildings available. Metal is the cheaper option, so that's what I'm going with.
Is this gonna be on a concrete
Will this be
slab?
on concrete? That's what I'm.
No, it'll be on a gravel pad, and I actually spoke with Aaron last week or the week before about how I have to anchor that down as opposed to putting it on foundation.
Okay, and it has an internal floor then with the building?
Yes.
Okay. Bill, did you have another question?
Well, yeah, where are you gonna get electrical connection?
I actually have enough room in the breaker box in my garage still to run out to that.
So you're gonna actually take it from the house? You're
Yes.
not gonna have a separate?
No, sir, unless I need to. I do have a AC heat unit that's gonna be in it, and it is 220. I believe I have enough room in my breaker box for that, so at the most, I would have to put a small additional box in this building, but it is not intended, but it may be possible that it has to go that way.
And all of this will be covered under the building permit. So
Well,
we'll be
I'm
looking
hoping,
at
yeah,
all
I'm
that.
hoping that.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah, and also the electrical work, don't have an electrician.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we'll plug
Yes,
in, do
sir.
ampacity tests, the
Okay.
whole 9 yards.
okay, that's what I need to know, because it seems to me a storage shed wouldn't be that pretty for a business.
Oh, no, I'm gonna do the inside,
Well, the outside
walls
is what
and
I'm worried about, I know
Oh,
you can probably. do
okay.
it.
But no, it will be definitely presentable.
I seen her where lately, I know
Oh,
a
yeah,
girl
nice.
with nail salon, did it down her house in Gas City. It does not look like a barn. And when you walk in, she's got a drywall and everything insulated. Looks just like walking in a building.
We haven't had a couple of them come through.
Is it a shed style roof or has it got a peaked roof?
It's a peaked roof, unlofted.
All right. Does the board have any other questions?
Well, I gotta say one thing. I called Brenda, I couldn't find where Fairmount Avenue was.
Uh-huh.
Now I know where you live. I don't think there'll be a problem with any kind of travel.
Traffic, yeah.
No traffic, and you're right there on the
edge of town.
Yes.
field.
Mm-hmm, yes.
So I don't think there's gonna be a problem, just to let you know. I was there and looked good.
There is a large rock at the end of my driveway, and when they come and bring the gravel in, they're gonna take that rock out, just so there's no mishaps with it. It was there when we moved in, kinda in the way.
Hope you're successful.
Thank you.
Any other questions? You may be seated. Okay, does the board have any other discussion amongst themselves? Okay, I'll open it up for a motion.
I'll make the motion, we accept it.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I can.
Okay, we have a second. Brenda, would you give us a roll call?
Powell,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Jones. Yes. Long,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yeah.
Motion passed. Thank you for coming in and doing things the correct way.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck in your new business.
Thank you so much. Is it appropriate for me to leave, or should I stay?
I just had to get in trouble. I'm glad you said it. Fairmount cooperated, you know. Yeah, nice. Oh. But that's what
Yeah.
Okay, is there any old business?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The three of you got together,
We have not got a time yet, and I was on vacation for most of last week.
vacation.
Well, it's the first one this year,
Just
right?
heard that today.
So, but,
We were trying to this week.
yeah, we were
but
trying to
I'll
get
be
together,
now.
but he's
It's just like-
out, so, yeah. But we're,
I have your business
we have
there.
not forgotten,
No,
but we've
not
not
this
gotten
week.
it done either.
Maybe next week.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe next week.
maybe next week, it should be good with me. Okay. Is there any other old business? Kyle, do you have anything?
Not tonight.
Okay.
Rules and Jared was my two,
Okay.
so.
All right, very good. If there's nothing else, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
Those seconds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hey.
Meeting adjourned, thank you.
You think too easy to quit.